Welcome to episode 1 of AIRAILIMAGES Video Magazine. I'm Fred Johnson and I'll be your host as we look at a variety of aviation topics. Stick around.
F-15E Strike Eagles prepare for takeoff on a cold winter morning at Mountain Home Air Force Base. Gunfighter Flag is an exercise that combines the abilities of active duty, Guard, and reserve members from all services to train how they fight as a total force.
I truly believe that Gunfighter Flag is what makes Mountain Home Air Force Base and the Gunfighters unique. We are able to bring in assets that want to train with us, and we can put together incredibly realistic scenarios to ensure that we are training for the top-end fight.
A-10 pilot First Lieutenant Mike Schufelt explains the importance of training in a joint environment.
My actual officer training class was the first that combined active, Guard, and reserve all together. And it just makes sense. If we're going to go to war together and be constantly working together, we need to be training together as well. Going down there to Mountain Home and combining all of our different aspects that we train to together to create this total force packages, it's pretty awesome.
UH-60 instructor pilot Chief Warrant Officer Nathan Spaulding says Gunfighter Flag helps give the Army a different perspective on air operations.
We live down pretty low to the surface on a lot of this stuff, but it's a good eye-opener to see what that fight above the Army's responsibility looks like. Gunfighter Flag is just a really good opportunity for us to get kind of involved in the whole process and then to see what the other services are doing.
The unique range complex covers over 9,000 square miles, containing more than 20 threat emitters and 5 high-fidelity surrogates. Reporting from Mountain Home Air Force Base, Airman First Class Haley Bivens.
The 1970 motion picture Tora 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 featured an elegant cast of replica Japanese military aircraft. Amazing changes were made to American World War II trainers to accomplish this. Various modifications included fuselage lengthening, mixing of AT-6 and BT-13 airframes, and a host of more cosmetic changes that made a convincing Japanese military force on film. In September 1969, after filming in Hawaii was complete, but before the movie was released, some of the Tora 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 Japanese fleet was at Long Beach, California, where these vintage 8mm movies were made as the aircraft were being readied for new owners. We assembled this batch of photos because they were just interesting and unusual images. We think you'll enjoy these. First, a Douglas B-18 bomber of the 31st Bombardment Squadron, 5th Bomb Group over Hawaii in the summer of 1941. B-18 pilot Joe Volmick provided the image. In the 1970s, the Confederate Air Force, now the Commemorative Air Force, sometimes flew its Texas Raiders B-17 with one main wheel retracted and one extended for a pass down the runway. An Air Force F-4C was photographed high over the Mojave Desert as the Phantom carried GAM-83 Bullpup missiles during a test flight out of Edwards Air Force Base in March of 1964. Smoke curls back from the No. 1 engine of Privateer Air Tanker No. 127 as it makes ready to depart Fox Field at Lancaster, California to fight Southern California wildfires in August 1997. Around July 1959, Robert W. Johnston took this Kodachrome view of a Western Airlines DC-6 being serviced at Seattle-Tacoma International Airport. Convair F-102 Delta Dagger fighters lay in casual disarray at Davis-Monthan Air Force Base in September 1971, awaiting final scrapping. This early P-40, bearing a 1939 serial number, was photographed in color in the U.S. during the war. That's it for this episode of AIRAILIMAGES Video Magazine. Thanks for watching, and we hope you'll join us again next time.